started learning about some really cool. Somebody having stomach problems? What is that? Oh, you know what? We actually have a friend in the classroom with us today. Up on top, like some of you spotted earlier, we have a really cool Virginia opossum, which lives in this area. Hi, buddy. Thank you. Has anyone ever seen a possum before? Oh, have we seen these crawling around? We bring them around? No? Hi there. Hi there. Well, Virginia opossums like this one live here in Wisconsin. You can find them all throughout the United States and here in Chiniquy itself. Here in North America, we just have the one, but there are a few other species out there in the world, one of which I'm going to be talking about as well, so we can learn the difference between our North American friend here and one that lives down in Australia. So as Alex said, my name is Kristina Striston. I am in my final year at UWSP, Stevens Point here, studying wildlife education. And I'm very, very passionate about animals, which is what brought me back to school. Hi, good morning, welcome. Go ahead, have a seat anywhere. And I've been fortunate enough to see both our Virginia opossum and a brush-tailed Australian possum in person. And they're really, really cool critters, so we're going to look at them both today. And to kick us off, I have a book that's going to focus a little more on that Australian one. So we have our introduction here to one we may or may not have seen. And then we're going to have a little introduction to our Aussie friend as well. So there's a nice spot here if any kids or parents wanted to come kind of sit closer to make sure they can see the book really well. They are welcome to do that. I'm going to set this guy here.
Great, that's fun.
Welcome to story time. So this book is called Possum in the House by an author called Kiersten Jenson. This was actually one of my favorite books growing up because I'm fortunate enough my mom's from Australia. And so I was introduced to a different type of story than what we see around here sometimes. And what that means is some of the words in here might be a little bit different than what we're used to. So there's the word lounge, which basically just means living room, and then the loo, which we would know as the bathroom. So we'll point those out when we come to it. But again, this is Possum in the House.
Possum just want houses, Mama?
They sure can. They can cause quite a bit of mischief.
I love that.
They can
That
be
was
a little bit naughty. Do you want to see?
Oh, all right.
All right, there's a possum in the house, and he's hiding in the pantry. Help! Help! Screamed Mom. Oh, drat! Yelled Dad. Crunch, crunch! Went the cornflakes. Screech, screech! Went the possum. Do you ever have cornflakes for breakfast? No? Do you think a possum should have cornflakes for breakfast? Yeah, you think it's good for them? I don't know. We'll talk a little bit more about what they eat in a little bit. But for now, our possum ran into the kitchen. There he goes into the kitchen. Got some nice Brussels sprouts. It's a healthy meal. There's a possum in the kitchen, and he's hiding in the cupboard. Help, help, screamed Mom. Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Clatter, clatter, went the saucepan. Screech, screech, went the possum as he ran into the, where's it gonna go? The laundry. Hopefully those clothes haven't been washed yet. Got a bit more work to do. All right, so there's a possum in the laundry and he's hiding in the basket. Help, help, screamed Mom. Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Rip, rip, went the shirts. That's not good. Screech, screech, went the possum as he ran into the, where do you think he's gonna go?
Bedroom.
No, into the bedroom? Oh, he went into the study.
Oh, study.
Knocking plans over just like my cats. All right, here we go. There's a possum in the study bookshelf. Help, help, screamed Mom. Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Rustle, rustle, went the pages. Screech, screech, went the possum as he ran into the lounge. Like I said a little bit ago, the lounge is the living room. So where you go hang out on your couch, that's where he's going to watch some TV. There's a possum in the lounge, and he's hiding in the stereo. Help! Help! Screamed Mom. What did Dad say? Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Scratch, scratch, went the records. Screech, screech, went the possum as he ran into the bathroom. He's in the little drawer. You see him? Hiding? Yeah, there he is, his little eyeballs. There's a possum in the bathroom, and he's hiding in the drawer. Help, help, screamed Mom. Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Squirt, squirt, went the toothpaste. Screech, screech, went the possum as he ran into the toilet. Oh no, he's taking bath. Splashing all over. You see him hiding there?
What's a potty?
Yeah, a potty. He's inside the potty. Oh no, he's the round little rat in there. He made a mistake, I think. There's a possum in the toilet, and he's hiding in the loo. Help, help, screamed Mom. Oh, drat, yelled Dad. Splash, splash, went the water. Screech, screech, went the possum. Where do you think he's going to drag that loo water into? All that toilet water. Into my bedroom. Goody, goody. You see him peeking out? Can you find the possum behind the bed there? Yeah. You see him? Oh, that's a teddy bear. He has the same eyes, though. He's trying to throw you off. What about that eyeball?
Oh.
Looks kind of the same. He's trying to trick you. There's a possum in my bedroom, and he's sleeping on my bed. Poor thing, said Mom. He's tired, said Dad. Snore. Said the possum. So we left him there, sleeping all cute, and that is the end.
Oh, yay.
Funny story. Do you think the possum liked being in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed to get into a lot of trouble.
There you go.
Yeah, they are built in a really special way. Like how we have our hands to move around, we have our feet, we have our ears, we have our mouths. Everything we have is to help us survive in the world we live in. And possums are exactly the same way, but because they're so good at getting around, yeah, sometimes we can get into places where they don't really belong. So we don't want our possum in the house. We want them out in the forest, which is where they're built to live. So we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at our possums and see just what they have that helps them live in areas like Schmeekly here. Right? So let's bring out our Virginian opossum friend.
Duh.
And his cousin is coming to join us. Had to fly all the way here from way down in Australia. Hiding in the little box. Alright, so we have our Virginia opossum from North America, and we have our brush-tailed possum from Australia. So this is the little guy that was running around causing all that trouble in our kitchen, in our bedrooms, and in our toilet bowl. Oh no! Right, so I'm going to bring our friends around, and everybody can take a close look.
Yeah.
I'd love if you can point out some things both of these animals have that will help them outside. Whether it's climbing trees, finding food, sniffing out somebody that might want to eat them so they can run away in time. Have a good look. So here's this one. Friend Autumn too will come with the other eyes. You can absolutely touch if you want to give them a little pet. Just be gentle and they'll treat you nice too. Yeah, they're nice to our animal friends. They can be touch them. Hi, little possum. People that are Virginian friends will come this way. All right, hanging here. Hello. Oh, thank you. You're a little shy. That's so sweet. He has little hands, little ears, this really big tail. Yeah. Thank you for being so gentle with our friends. Do you have a favorite thing? His eyes are orange.
Ah,
All right.
good.
All right, friends. She's enjoying it. All right, so one of our friends here noticed the eyeballs on these possums. So both of our friends here have orange eyes, which is a
Oh.
lot different from what our eyes might look like. Do you know your eye color? Brown? Yeah, mine are pretty blue. Little flecks of gold. But our friend here
Yeah.
has to have nice, big, bright eyes to help them see in the dark. So when the sun comes up, that's when we wake up and we're ready to go outside and have our day. But our possum friends, it's when the sun goes down that they start going out. So when you open your eyes at night, can you see where you're going? If you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, wow, I can see great. This is wonderful. Or do you have to, kind of stumble around? It can be hard to see. But they don't have to worry about that because of how their eyes are. They can open them and they see just as well as we can right now when it's pitch black. So that really helps them survive. Different animals are awake at night and different animals are awake during the day. So sometimes they want to hide from the animals that are awake during the day. And there might also be other animals that want to eat the same things they want to eat. So being awake at different times means nobody else is in the fridge when they want to go there. Helps them out a lot. Yeah, have we noticed anything else about our friends we can talk about? Do you see anything else?
What about their tail?
They have a big tail like a beaver? They have a big tail like a beaver, yeah. So beavers have their tails to help them with the water. But our possum friends, they don't live in the water. They live in the woods and need to climb trees. So for our brush-tailed possum, their tails are really, really long because they act kind of like an extra arm for them. So they can climb up these trees, wrap their tails around, and if they really want to, they can hang upside down.
Oh.
And they can hang on with their tails, and it really helps them move around. So our possums over here also have tails that help them in their worlds. We'll talk about their tails in a little bit. So we both have eyes to help us see in the dark. We both have long tails to help us. What about our hands? So these we had to file down for his trip. We didn't want him to hurt himself. But a possum or an opossum, they tend to have really long nails. Have y'all ever gone to go dig in the dirt? You never went outside and you're like, digging in the dirt? Good. I'm glad you're a nice, clean child. I definitely used to dig in the dirt. Yeah, digging up holes. So in order to dig, they have really long claws that were kind of like spoons to scoop the dirt out. so that they can find food. The brush-tailed opossum likes to usually eat leaves, so he'll use his claws to get a good grip on the tree and climb up. Our Virginian opossum is a really good friend to us here because we have something really gross called ticks that if you're walking out in the woods, they'll cling on to you.
Yeah, it eats bugs.
This one doesn't eat bugs. I don't like bugs. But this one, oh yeah, this one likes bugs. And so all these really icky bugs that we can get on us, he'll come over and just walk through and like, the bugs are there trying to catch on, trying to find somebody to hang on to that they can use for a ride and use for a snack. And our possum friends will come and eat them. So they're amazing friends for us because they will take care of some little critters that we don't really like. But they can also eat fruits and plants. They have a lot bigger appetite than these ones who just want salad for every single meal. Every single meal. But they both have claws that help them in their places that they live. And the last thing, these ones aren't a very good size comparison of what yours look like. These ones are a little bit easy to see. But do you think it's important to be able to hear what's happening around you? If you're living in the woods and you can't see very well, your ears would be really important. So our ears are kind of flat. We're out during the day, we can usually see what's going on around us. But if it was darker and there were trees everywhere, if our ears were a little bit more round, that could help us pick up a lot more sounds. So that's what these possums have. So they can hear what's going on around them and help keep themselves safe. Right? Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited. So there is a lot that they have in common that we've talked about, but they are also a little different from each other. I heard a couple friends here help us point that out. We talked about that they both had tails, and that this one uses its tail to help hang from trees. The Virginian opossum here can only do that when
There's
it's...
a rhino too.
A rhino? What are you talking about? Well, I'm glad we know our animal names. One day, too, we will. Yes. On your shirt. Oh, on my shirt?
Those are all possums.
My shirt
Wow,
has
good nature
our
kid.
very special friend that we have right here. Which, thank you for mentioning that though, because that is one thing that they also do have in common, is that there's something called marsupials.
That's a rhino right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marsupial is a really, really big word. But what that means is that they have a pouch on their tummy right here, so that when they have their babies, they're very, very small, and they crawl their way into the pouch to help them grow. So where the brush-tailed is from in Australia, they have a lot of marsupials, but here we don't. We only have one, and that is our incredible Virginia opossum, which is why my shirt is all the marsupials of North America, which is our opossum. Our opossum friend. An incredible guy. So going back to how they're different, like I mentioned, the tail here helps them grab on. This tail, does it look as fuzzy? Not quite as fuzzy. No, a little drier. So these friends can't hang upside down like these possums can. When they're little, they're able to hang on with their tails to help stay on mom. But as they get bigger, they can only use them to kind of carry leaves into a nest to make it really warm. And if somebody they don't want to get close gets too close, they can use their tail to, ooh, get out of here. Swat them away. Swat them away. But this wouldn't work very well for doing that. Yeah. And we talked about how they both have pouches, but they have a different number of babies. I'm gonna set our friend up here. Get less sweaty. He's gonna watch over us for a second. Yeah, so our fluffy, wuffy, brush-tailed friend, they only have one baby, like people. Sometimes they can have two, also like people, but it doesn't happen a lot. Right? But our Virginian opossums, they can have up to 20
Whoa.
babies at a time. Doesn't it? Like, her face says it all. Like, oh man. And this can happen multiple times a year.
Moms are looking at that.
Poor mamas have to go through so much work. And not only do they have to have all these babies, you can see that time, there are two there, but then they have to carry them around. Here we have a little baby. Virginian
your
possum.
baby.
So when they're old enough to come out of the pouch, they can do something like that. And they can crawl up onto Mama's back. And Mama gets to carry them around and make sure that they stay safe and close with her. Yeah, like your adults that care about you would want to hold you close to and help protect you.
Looking for Mama's back.
Yeah.
They can stick.
They can stick. This one is having a little help, but they have hands that are really, really good at grabbing to help them hang on. I can show you what those hands look like.
The mama and baby.
The mama and baby.
And not sad.
Does this hand look kind of like something you've seen before?
Oh, look at that.
Huh? Do the hands look like something you might have seen? They look kind of like our own hands. So yeah, what makes our hands so special is we have this thumb here that helps us grab on really tight. And the back foot of the possum has the same thing. But their front hands also look kind of similar, so that they can do the same thing. They look like ours too, so that they can grab. And that helps them, we said it helps them dig, it helps them climb trees, and it helps the babies hang on to their parents.
Yeah.
Our possums, like we've said, are really good at taking care of themselves. They can run away, they can tell when a predator, that's somebody who wants to come eat them. They can tell when somebody wants to have them for a snack and they can try to get away. But if they can't get away, they do something called playing dead. I don't know if you've ever seen. So if our friend Autumn here wanted to come eat me, have me as a little snack, oh, I look like I'm really tasty, but if I go, do you think they'll want to eat me? No, I'm old, I'm smelly, I would be terrible for lunch. Just go away. And that can save their life. Because they're tricking the animal into going away if they can't get away. But it is also really stressful for them because they can't help it. They get really nervous and really stressed out, and their body just says, no. And they go down. They go down. So we don't, if we see a possum walking out there, it's really cool to appreciate them from afar, but we don't want to go up to them because then they might play dead. Okay? So we've talked about how they have different ears, they have different tails, and they have some different colors too. One of them is pretty gray and white. The other also has white, but it's more of a brown. So we are going to be able to make our own friends today.
Craft time.
And you can have a possum of your very own, or an opossum of your very own. Okay? All right.
A baby possum and Mama's possum.
You do get to make a baby and a mama. So I have some that I made to show you the different critters you can make here. This one, a friend made for me. This is our Virginian opossum. Our friend right here with his white face and gray body. This one, because it has that different tail we talked about and it can hang from trees. This one is our brush-tailed. He's white because he's very special. Oh, I know. Okay, so you can choose if you want to make our North American opossum or if you want to make our Australian brush-tailed. You can do either or both. And like we said right up front here, they have their babies. What's a possum without its babies? Oh, so we have little babies too that we can make.
Oh.
And they have their pouch that the baby can come
Oh.
inside of its pouch.
That's
Can
funny.
grow a little bit bigger. Boop. Hide in there and be nice and safe.
The big.
Yeah. Like a bag. So there are, I do have scissors up here. It looks like our slightly older friend took a break. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's comfortable with having their younger children having scissors. I do have them as an option. They're the smaller, rounded safety ones. But just in case, I do also have some that I've pre-cut. And those are here, so you're welcome to have just a stack.
Make a baby.
You're gonna make a baby!
And my mama.
Yeah, so we have lots of different pieces. It's kind of like a puzzle. We have our head, we have a body, and you can use tape or glue to put these together with some help of those who brought you today. We have our ears.
Ah.
We have 4 feet. Doesn't really matter where they go. You can definitely look at our, wherever they ran off to, our possum friends for help. I'll put one on each table so that you can see a little better. And they have a nose right there. And do we have any idea what this part is?
Oh.
This is their pouch. So when these are all together, on the very back, we're going to put that one there and put tape or glue around the side so that we have a nice little pocket. Okay. We're ready. We're ready. Perfect. All right, so children, adults, whatever you are more comfortable with can come up. I have uncut and the pre-cut. And lots of different crayons and markers. All right, friends, could I grab your attention back up here? If you're not quite finished working, on this side, that's totally fine. You can take some time, but I just want to go back over some things we learned today. As you've been making your possums, we have our 2 different kinds we learned about. We have our North American possum, possums, and opossums. Yeah, so over here, we made both kinds. We have, with this skinny tail, we have our North American opossum that we can find here in Schmeekly and all around, and maybe in your attic one day. And we have, can I show this one? Okay, thank you. And we have one that our friend here made too. That's the brush-tailed with the longer tails. Our Australian ones that have that fluffy body and eat plants, opposed to our bug-eating friends here, right? So we looked at some of the features that all our possum friends have, how they're different, and how they're alike as well. So if any of you go outside and see a possum friend, you can say thank you for eating all these icky bugs for me. They're a really good critter to have around, even though some people can be a bit afraid of them. They make those big scary noises that we heard at the beginning. But they're super helpful. Just be sure you don't scare them, right guys?
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise, you're gonna have possums in your yard that just go. Our dead possums. And if you would like a fuzzy one, we made some really great ones today, but we do have some stuffed animals. Last idea there was one possum in our gift shop, and there are a lot of different programs going on throughout the semester. So there are some signs in the back of the room if you'd like to take those with you. All different varieties for all different age groups, and they're separated kind of by the calendar, and then all the kids groups are together as well. So feel free, we'd love to see you back for some different events. Feel free to take a look at the gift shop. Money too goes back to Schmeekly, to our reserve, to help preserve the species here and our beautiful space, and helps facilitate programs like this.
So
Thank you all so much for coming out, supporting our program.
Yay.